Hi Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 23rd, 2025 Dark Moon, New Moon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my websites, danehartguidedmessages.com or daneharttarot.com. They both work. They're listed in the description box below, and I look forward to reading for you. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Perfect, Aries. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show them clearly. Guide this reading and show them clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show them clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Perfect. Okay, give me just one moment, Aries, to center and take it in. Okay. At the heart of it all is strength. So this is Leo energy. Time frame of Leo is July 23rd to August 22nd. And what we're going to see here is that at the core of us, Aries, we're realizing how strong we are. It's not that the strength is being tested. What a dark moon is all about, it's this real profound introspection and really realizing what we want over what no longer serves us. So we're looking at how we want to move forward for our new beginnings, for what it is that we desire. And here we're seeing our strength, we're seeing our power. Instead of putting ourselves down, we're really starting to lift ourselves up and say, wow, like I can't believe I went through XYZ. I can't believe I came out the other end of that. And, and I have this knowledge, I have this understanding. Now, our challenge here is the 10 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Pentacles is prosperity and respect. Yeah, respect, prosperity, being seen as like part of a community, part of a bigger, sense of what you are building, what you are building things for. And this can mean that you feel overwhelmed by responsibilities, yes. But this is also your passion, your power, your insight, kind of being overwhelming, kind of doubting where it is that you want to be, how it is that you want to move forward, what it is that you're looking for within yourself. And the 10 of Pentacles, this isn't the 10 of Pentacles, this is the 10 of Wands. So I do apologize about that. And that's why there's that overburdened energy that came forward so profoundly, even though I said 10 of Pentacles. It's like there's this prosperity, there's this success, there's this abundance, and you can feel it coming. And why it is the challenge here is that there's a sense of, am I even doing things the right way? Am I moving in the right direction? Do I know what it is that I want, what it is that I'm looking for? Aries, during this time, you do not have to put everything on your shoulders. You're going to. It's part of your personality. You are the warrior. You are Aries, ruled by Mars. Both names for the god of war. The general, the power force that moves everything forward. And so you are used to saying, my responsibility, I'll shoulder this, I got this. It doesn't all have to fall on your shoulders. And the challenge is going to be distributing your passion, distributing what you are looking for in your life, and saying, I don't need to hold this by myself. And it moves us then to where we need to focus. And this is the Eight of Wands. Now, this is energy gaining momentum. This is everything moving forward quite brilliantly for you. There's an easy flow to things. I don't want to say that it moves forward easily for you, because it doesn't necessarily feel easy, especially when we're battling the Ten of Wands. It doesn't feel easy. It doesn't feel, kind of lackadaisical and whimsical and laughing and, oh my gosh, everything's just so perfect. But there's an energy of change. There's an energy of movement. There's an energy of passion that is guiding you. And it brings us then to the energy that is now moving away. And you have a lot of wands here, right? You are represented by the wands in the minor arcana. So, Leo is a fire sign energy as well. So all fire is coming forward during this time. This is a new moon in Virgo. It's a very grounding moon. It's a very practical moon. It's saying, okay, what do I need to do practically to get to where it is that I want to be, especially in the season of Virgo, which is the time frame from August 23rd to September 22nd. And so here with the Page of Wands, what you're going to see is there's a discovery to you, and there has been a discovery to you. This is the energy, in this spot right here that is leaving. But what you're going to see is that you've become more in tuned, more understanding of what it is that you want to create, how it is that you want to move things forward. You're connecting with who you were once upon a time before the world's responsibilities tried to break you, to overwhelm you. And so the energy of the Page has come in quite beautifully, but it is also the energy that has awakened us, that has gained us knowledge and understanding, and is now moving forward. So we have had this connection with our inner child, with our inner spirit, with our, passion, fire, insight. And now we are stepping into this energy of, how do I put it all forward, right? How do I really, mix in, correlate everything that I have learned about myself, and also everything that I see about me, and honor it and love myself. It brings us then to our strength during this time. And this is the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is comforting, is loving, but she is a nurturer. Like, all the queens are nurturers, but they nurture in their own way. The Queen of Pentacles, I always see her as that nurturing energy that wants to make sure that you are warm and cozy. Do you have enough to eat? Here, let me get you another cup of tea. Let me make sure everything is smooth and comforting for you. She's also the one who plants the seeds and makes sure the plants grow. Everything is watered. Everything has its time, its care, its season. And that's the energy that you are stepping into. Now, this is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You can be stepping into that energy of a loving, caring, compassionate earth sign energy, but also we're stepping into Virgo time period, right? This is a Virgo new moon. It is a dark moon, which means it is the second new moon of the month. But what you're going to see, and it brings with it greater power, greater insight because of that. But what you're going to see here is that this time is giving you the strength of being able to nurture your seeds of potential, your seeds of power, your seeds of insight, and it brings you then to your near future, which is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is all about action. It's being the hero of your story. It is saying, this is my fire, this is my passion, this is what I'm going after, this is what it is that I want. And I am going to be the hero of the story and move things forward in a spectacular way. So as you do so, yes, you can be connecting with an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, an Aquarius, who really helps bring that focus into action for you. But what I'm seeing more is that you're looking at everything that you want, and it's not about, oh, like someday I'll build this, oh, maybe I'll gain this understanding. You're like, no, I got this now. I see this now. I'm moving forward in this for myself. And then the advice for this time is the Six of Swords, understanding that you have the insight, you've gained the knowledge, you know so much more than you're giving yourself credit for. You're writing yourself hard. Okay? And you're wondering why you're exhausted. Even if you're writing yourself hard and you feel like you're not getting anything done, because there is this energy around you of, I don't know, I see it, and Spirit is showing me myself when I am stressed and there's this energy of procrastination, I'm just going to push it off. I'm just going to push it off, right? Flight, fright, what is it? Fight, flight, or freeze. I tend to freeze. I'm like, that's it. I'm not moving. Maybe they won't see me. Very, bunny energy here coming forward. And so with the Six of Swords, you don't have to freeze. You already know, or you don't have to fight even your own knowledge, your own understanding. You've been fighting what is intuitively grace to you, what is intuitively powerful to you. And there's a sense of, no, I needed it to be this way. And Spirit's like, but like, it's kind of like, but honey, you're not made that way. Like, let it be you. Let it be you. Let yourself shine forward. And that's going to be very, very important here. You're moving forward in hesitance, right? Because you're moving forward into something new, into a new understanding, into a new insight of yourself, into new power, into newness of being. You are never going to be where tomorrow brings you ever again. And that is something that can feel terrifying, but it can also feel very comforting. It moves us then to the environment. And the environment is the Hermit, which makes all the sense in the whole entire world because the Hermit represents Virgo. This is a Virgo new moon. This is Virgo energy that we are on the very beginning of. And so we want to connect with our inner wisdom. We want to see ourselves with openness and with honesty. But the Hermit goes in so that we can find our star. We can find our passion. We can find what it is that we desire for ourselves. And so this is contemplation. This moon will bring with it like deeper insight. And you've been thinking about things already. It isn't like, oh my gosh, I just started thinking. No, you've been ruminating. You've been wondering. You've been looking at things differently. You've been asking yourself, like, am I crazy for seeing it this way when I didn't see it this way for so long? And the Hermit is pulling you to this place of deeper understanding. And you are going to find that you find your wise sages along the way. They might be there in your life for a moment. It might be a book that you read or a TV show or documentary that you're watching. It might be, something on social media where you're like, wow, that opens up my mind. I didn't see it like that. I didn't know it like that. And it brings you deeper into your knowledge, into your truth. This is a time where truth saying will be around you, okay? And it's not going to be like, the old tales of wisdom coming forward where you have to go on this hero's quest. Our lives in the modern world is our hero's quest because the world is so open to us. And it brings us then to the hopes and the fears. And this is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is us slowly and steadily moving towards our goals. We hope that we're doing this, right? A camel moves slowly, steadily, powerfully, right? But they are there for the long haul. They can hold the water in their hump. We are here for the long haul. Our souls have gathered up the water, the, life force of knowledge and intuition, and have led us forward quite powerfully, practically, intuitively, determinedly. And we are going to see that we're moving forward slowly and steadily. Now, our fear is that we're never going to get there, that what we are building is all kind of like a crystal palace in our mind. But if we go to put it into reality, it all just shatters. That's not the case at all. So be patient with yourself, be kind with yourself, look at things in different ways, and know that you're here for the ride of a lifetime because it is your lifetime's journey. And it brings us then to the Two of Wands. This is, again, insight and focus. Focus is a huge part of this new moon for us, this black moon. We are focusing, we are gaining an understanding, we're gaining insight, but doors are opening. And we can hear doors open. Like we'll have dreams of finding a key, of a door opening, of somebody saying something. And it's like, wow, that was important. Or like, I don't know, I had this really interesting dream where it was about this house that I was walking into. And it was like, nobody stays here. And it was true, the house that I had dreamt of. Like people move in and move out quite frequently. And so here, it's like doors opening and saying, where is it that I want to be? And Spirit will be guiding you in kind of these cryptic, interesting, messages that have deeper meaning within your own psyche, within your own self. So as the doors open during this moon in your time of hermitage, within what it is that you want, because it's going to show you what your soul is longing for. But this is a time of hermitage, also, coupled with a couple of knights and a queen and a real time of taking your power, taking your stance, moving things forward. So there is this bit of push and pull, contrary energies coming forward. It moves us then to what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. and spirit guides, angels. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Here we go. We have creation coupled with a win-win outcome is forecast. So things come into balance as we create. And the Virgo time period for us, Virgo leads into Libra, is going to be a time of creation, greater understanding, greater insight, greater knowledge of ourselves. But this is going to be a time where we need to create. And I believe we are moving towards the beaver moon. Don't quote me on that because that could be wrong. But Spirit's like, no, it's a time of building. It's a time of understanding. And it brings us then to patience, which, as a fire sign energy, we're not very good at. As a human race, we're not very good at. So here, when Spirit says patience, it is finding that calm within ourselves to withstand the storms that our soul goes through. It brings us then to the full moon, surrender to the divine. We are moving towards something, not just for the full moon that will come in about 15 days, but we are moving towards something when we have the full moon in Virgo. What are you creating? How is your life different? How are you taking the reins, seeing the steps? And it builds us then to balance, which also echoes the Libra energy, the Libra full moon energy that has come forward here. And it brings us to your commitment is being tested, finding balance within ourselves, saying, are you going to stay true to your soul, to you, to your creativity, to your insight, to your intuition, to what you love, to what's sacredly important to you? Or are you going to go to where the ego says, I have to prove me to everybody else and lose me along the way? So just being aware of this during this time is going to be very important because we're coming into balance with our soul. When people talk about life purpose, we tend as human beings to want it to be grand and vast and very, I always see Egyptian pyramids, right? When we think about our life purpose, because it's like, I'm going to build the biggest pyramid. I'm going to write my name on everything, and I'm going to withstand time. If you know my name, I withstand time, right? I've won. But what if our soul's purpose is not that? What if it's a lot calmer, a lot gentler? And if you've found this channel, if you're here, it's more likely than not that you have a gentler current of soul, of self, of connection. And that is profoundly important. Stepping into your power, stepping into your grace, releasing the ego's, wanting of triumph and saying, this is me. We don't release the ego completely because that's a lifetime of practice, but it's also, it's also good to say, I want to be proud of me, right? I want to be proud of me. I want to, be proud of what I have accomplished and what I achieve and stand firm in myself. That is perfectly fine. And the moon here is saying, be patient, for you are surrendering to divine wisdom, knowledge that is coming into your heart, that is opening up doors. And it moves us then to our spirit message, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is a chickadee, one of my absolute favorite birds. And it says, the time is right to release old patterns and energies. You are ready to embrace change. But I also see it as you are ready for a new adventure, for a new way of stepping into you. And I really see it as you're coming home to things that had brought you joy and fascination and beauty before the world said, this is how you must be, or stop being so silly. This is practicality. Before you were mocked, before you were teased, before somebody belittled you, you are now stepping back into yourself. And it brings us then to the chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. We have two. Lucky you. We have divine wisdom, which is not a surprise. And we have creativity. We have the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. And we have the sacral chakra, which is creativity, which is opening up the doors to letting ourselves embrace creation, finding balance in that win-win outcome that comes forward. The sacral energy, okay, is where our creativity and sensual energy is held. We also you either hold a lot of stress in your sacral or in, is it your sacrum? Is your neck energy? I totally forget, and I do apologize for that. But you either hold it in your neck and your shoulders or in your lower back. Like that's where people usually hold their stress. It can also be in your hips too, right? So here, it can be holding your stress energy in your hip energy, in like that hip lower back area. And you're sitting there and it's like, I can't move as fluidly as I once did. I can't dance or create, or you might just feel like the spark has left and there's a lethargic energy around you. Tapping your lower tailbone can be, well, not your lower tailbone, your tailbone, because that's the only place it is lower in your body. Tapping your tailbone can be astoundingly beneficial for this. But also like embracing stretches for your hips, doing the horse stance can also help to release that stuck energy around your sacral chakra, okay? And letting divine wisdom come forward is going to be opening up doors to divine truth. And that's surrendering to the divine. That's what we're being called to do. We're seeing how to do during this new moon and really embracing the passion and power for the full moon to come. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. And this is the Princess of Swords. This is carelessness with words, okay? This can also be somebody who is very cutting, who is very kind of young. They just say things and they do mean to hurt because, you know, if you dealt with children or you remember being one yourself, like sometimes you'll just say mean things to get a reaction out of people. That's that energy that I see coming forward. It can be from our own inner voice. It's like, I'm just going to be mean to myself because I want some sort of reaction, some sort of change, or I'm lashing out. Just being aware of that. But we can also be dealing with that energy externally and just knowing that either a person is having a temper tantrum, they could be a grown adult and they still have a temper tantrum, and embracing our voice, our wisdom, and our knowledge, and not letting the callousness of somebody else or even ourselves overcome the joy or the healing of our own hearts. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, and that is the Heron, which is one of my favorite cards here. And it says, let go of convention and follow your own unique path. You do not need to fit in with anybody else. It might feel like you want to, but it's like you're meant to be different. You're meant to stand out. And sometimes that means we're meant to stand alone, especially if you're going through a hermit time. My gosh, it can feel like nobody understands because nobody sees it quite the same way. You're learning to read the song, the knowledge of your heart, not to be like everybody else. And it moves us then, who, like a lot of people in this world, we don't have an epidemic of happiness. We don't have an epidemic of joy and connection. We have an epidemic of loneliness. Why do we want to be like everybody else if everybody is lonely and overwhelmed? It moves us then to our chakra message of personal power. This is the solar plexus chakra. We are embracing our power. We are embracing our tenacity. We are listening to our gut, our intuition, our second brain, and we are seeing ourselves move forward. It brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and that is the Queen of Wands. We have to be mindful of ourselves, pushing ourselves too hard. Also, letting all the fire come forward and not being balanced. We can be all fire, right? We're good at that. We're a fire energy. But I would bet money that your chart is not all fire energy. Some people's charts are. That's rare and unique. But your birth chart is filled with different elements, different harmonizing factors. And so here, looking at the harmonizing factors of yourself, or seeing, what it is that your soul wants that isn't always gotten through frustration or anger, which can be, kind of like the go-to emotion. I'm not going to get scared or sad. I'm not going to let people see that. I'm going to get angry and intense. But also like creation, cultivation, determination, focus. Like we can be hyper-focused. I'm going to get this done. And it might not always get us where we want to be. This moon is saying, go inward, embrace the hermit, embrace the inner knowledge, and look at between the, like, I'll show you energy that comes forward, which I'm seeing with this queen, like, I'll show you. You said I couldn't rule. You said I couldn't do this. I'll light it all on fire. Very Boudica energy right now, which I love Boudica, but like, intense and yeah, not always necessary. So here, just embracing that knowledge is going to be important for us. It moves us then to our Luna message. No, it moves us then to our tarot message, our subconscious tarot message, which is the 10 of Swords. And we have the 10 of Wands and we have the 10 of Swords. We've come through very kind of painful realizations, very intense transformations. And with the 10 of Swords, we are shedding away an old skin, but we are taking all the hurtful, hateful words that have been thrown at us in one way or another. And we are saying, that does not define me. It might have stayed with me for way longer than it needed to, right? I'm no longer that little kid on the playground, or, I'm not in that relationship. What does that voice keep on coming back into my head? And we are rising into a new power of ourselves, a new voice, a new understanding. And it brings us then to self-love. And the answers you need are coming. I believe everything can be found through love, through connection, through harmony of heart. And sometimes we lose it along the way. You've seen me lose the harmony of heart on this channel, as life lives, And so here, to come to self-love and to come to that harmony of acceptance of heart, of understanding of self, that is going to be so important. And that is so important here. The answers come when we quiet our world and say, what has love taught me? What has love shown me? It could have broken our hearts in a million different ways, but it could have lifted up our soul in a million others that sometimes we forget our gifts. And so that comes forward during this moon. This moon is a tremendous time of moving out of the norm and into what our soul has longed for to be normal for us, has longed for to be created around us. It doesn't mean we have to change our life. We have to, leave the world and go and live, in a cave or anything like that. I mean, unless you want to, but that's extreme. It means that we are starting to let our joys shine through. And in doing so, it raises our energy vibration. It changes our world and it changes ourselves. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed moon and a blessed life. Bye.